You can't stop thinking about them, can you? Every song reminds you of them. Every quiet moment turns into a daydream. But here's the truth. That constant pull you feel, it might not be love. Sometimes it's something deeper, something your mind created, not your heart. I've spent years studying why certain people live rent-free in our heads, and what I've found will surprise you. Because when you can't stop thinking about someone, your brain isn't always saying, I love them. It might be saying, I'm addicted to the feeling, or I'm trying to fix an old wound. In this video, we'll explore the hidden psychology behind that endless thinking. You'll learn the real reasons your mind keeps looping back to one person and how to finally break free from it. So take a deep breath. Let's uncover what's really happening inside your mind. Section 1. What we mean by not love. When you think of love, you probably picture warmth, care, and peace. But when you can't stop thinking about someone, it often feels the opposite: restless, heavy, and confusing. That's because what you're feeling might not be love at all. It's a mental attachment, built from desire, fear, and imagination. Love is calm. It doesn't demand your thoughts every second. It lets you breathe, focus, and still feel safe. But obsession steals your focus. It keeps you waiting for a text, replaying memories, and wondering what every silence means. It's not your fault. Your brain is trying to protect you by holding on. So before we call it love, we have to ask, why can't I stop thinking about this person? Because the answer to that question reveals everything. Section 2.7. Hidden psychological causes. 1. Infatuation. At first, it feels like magic. You see them, and your whole body reacts. Your brain releases dopamine, the chemical of pleasure and excitement. It feels like love, but it's really a rush, a temporary high. Every time you think of them, your brain rewards you with a spark of happiness, and soon you crave that spark the way some people crave sugar or caffeine. You start replaying texts, their smile, their laugh, not because you choose to, but because your brain has built a loop. Infatuation is powerful, but it fades as fast as it rises. Love grows steady with time. Infatuation burns bright and fast, and then disappears, leaving confusion behind. If your thoughts about them feel urgent and addictive, pause. That's not love whispering. It's dopamine demanding another hit. 2. Obsessive rumination. When something feels unresolved, your brain doesn't like silence. It replays conversations, moments, or mistakes, trying to find closure that never comes. This is called rumination, and it can trap you in mental loops for days or even months. You might catch yourself thinking, what did I do wrong? Or, what if I'd said something different? That's your mind trying to rewrite reality, to fix what it couldn't control. But love doesn't ask you to solve puzzles. Love gives peace. Rumination steals it. To calm it, try writing your thoughts down. Once, not twice. Get them out of your head and onto paper. Then remind yourself, not every story needs an ending to let you move on. 3. Anxious attachment. If you grew up fearing loss, your brain learned early that closeness can vanish fast. So now, when someone matters, your mind clings. It watches for signs, reads between lines, and panics when silence comes. This is anxious attachment, the fear that love will leave unless you hold it tight. You think about them not out of joy, but out of fear. You check your phone, reread messages, and imagine the worst when they don't reply. It feels like caring deeply, but it's really anxiety pretending to be love. The truth is, real love doesn't need constant proof. It trusts. It breathes. So if you notice your thoughts racing after every pause, tell yourself, I'm safe even when they're quiet. That one line can start to retrain your mind. 4. Projection and idealization. Sometimes the person we can't stop thinking about isn't who they truly are. It's who we imagine them to be. Our mind takes small pieces of them and fills in the rest with what we wish they were. You might see them as kind, perfect, or different from everyone else, even if you barely know them. That's projection. It happens when your unmet needs, love, safety, admiration, get painted onto someone else's face. The danger? You fall for the story, not the soul. And when reality doesn't match the dream, it hurts twice as much. To test it, ask yourself, what do I really know about them? If your answers sound vague or idealized, it might be fantasy, not love. Real love begins where fantasy ends, with truth, flaws, and real connection. 5. Loneliness. Sometimes the mind doesn't crave a person, it craves connection. When you feel lonely, your brain looks for someone to fill the silence. And when it finds even one person who makes you feel seen, it magnifies their importance 1,000 times. That's why you can't stop thinking about them. They became your comfort, your escape, your proof that you're not invisible. But here's the truth. Love built on loneliness is fragile, because the moment they pull away, you feel empty again. The cure isn't chasing the person, it's healing the loneliness itself. Spend time around others, even briefly. Call a friend. Sit in sunlight. When your heart feels full on its own, love becomes a choice, not a lifeline. 6. Scarcity and fear of missing out. Have you ever told yourself, I'll never meet someone like them again? That thought alone can trap you. The human brain overvalues what feels rare. So when someone becomes hard to get or slips away, your mind treats them like gold. You don't love them more. You just fear losing the chance. Scarcity makes your emotions louder and your logic quieter. You start mistaking urgency for passion. But the truth is, love isn't rare. Alignment is. And alignment can't be forced. If you find yourself saying, they were the only one, pause. Ask yourself, were they, or were they just the one who didn't stay? That single question can free you from the illusion of scarcity. 7. Trauma bonding. This one is the hardest to see and the hardest to break. A trauma bond happens when your brain links love with emotional highs and lows. When someone hurts you, then comforts you, it creates a chemical storm. Pain mixed with relief. And that mix becomes addictive. You start to confuse chaos with intensity. You tell yourself, no one makes me feel like they do. But what you're really feeling is the cycle of hurt and reward repeating itself. Love doesn't leave you walking on eggshells. It doesn't make you anxious after every fight or apology. It brings peace, not panic. If you recognize this pattern, be gentle with yourself. You didn't choose it. Your nervous system did. Healing it starts with one brave step. Safety first. Talk to someone you trust. Seek support. You don't have to untangle this alone. So when you can't stop thinking about someone, ask yourself, which part of me is holding on? Is it love, or is it something I haven't healed yet? Because sometimes it's not the person your heart is chasing. It's the peace your soul is still searching for. The twist. How real love looks. You've seen what isn't love. The rush, the obsession, the fear, the craving. Now let's look at what real love actually feels like. Because once you understand it, you stop chasing intensity and start recognizing peace. Real love doesn't hit you like lightning. It arrives quietly and stays. It grows instead of exploding. It doesn't make your heart race in panic. It makes it slow down in safety. When it's love, you don't feel desperate to prove your worth. You feel accepted for who you already are. There's no guessing game, no emotional roller coaster. Instead, there's a calm rhythm, like two people breathing in sync. Real love is not found in how often they text you. It's found in how safe you feel when they don't. It's not about butterflies that come and go. It's about roots that hold steady through storms. If you ever wonder whether what you feel is love, ask yourself these 6 simple questions. 1. Does this connection bring peace or anxiety? 2. Can I be myself fully without fear of losing them? 3. Do we both give and receive equally? 4. Does this bond grow slowly and naturally, or only through highs and lows? 5. Can I still focus on my own life, goals, and self? 6. When I imagine the future, does it feel stable or uncertain? If your answers lean toward calm, safe, and mutual, that's love. If they lean toward fear, doubt, or obsession, that's attachment. Love doesn't keep you awake all night. It lets you sleep peacefully, knowing you're valued. It doesn't control your thoughts. It frees them. And maybe that's the most beautiful truth of all. Real love doesn't consume you. It completes you, gently, quietly, and without demand. So if someone's been living in your mind day and night, remember this. It doesn't always mean love. Sometimes it's your heart asking to be healed. Sometimes it's your past speaking through the face of someone new. But here's the hope. Awareness changes everything. The moment you name what you feel, it begins to lose its power. You stop chasing what hurts and start choosing what heals. Love shouldn't drain you. It should guide you back to yourself. It should make you softer, not smaller. And when it's real, it doesn't feel like fire. It feels like home. So take a deep breath. Let that person go in your mind just for a moment and whisper to yourself, if it's meant for me, peace will never have to fight for it. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these truths hit you the hardest? Was it the one about obsession, attachment, or that quiet test of real love? Share your thoughts in the comments. I read every one of them. If you found clarity or comfort in this video, please give it a like. And if you want more deep, real psychology facts about love and the human mind, hit subscribe and join me as we uncover the secrets of the heart, one truth at a time.